Why should you even bother spending time with us when you can just go in and work it out for yourself? Broken it down into a couple of reasons. Speed, flexibility, being a fast track to success, learning the fundamentals of the software, and really building skills and knowledge. So first of all, the fast track. Venus can be quite huge once you get beyond some of the pipetting steps. And yes, you can knock together a program relatively quickly. And I would point you out to the webinars that we have for power steps for that. You can get the instrument to liquid handle very quickly. And once it's handling liquid, then people start asking other questions like, well, what about like incorporating a work list? And what about user dialogues? And as the success on the platform grows, typically the demands get wider and wider. Well, can it do this? Can it do that? Can it do the other thing? You can spend a lot of time going through the software, reading help manuals and reading help menus to try to figure out all the things that it can do. And if you're just focused on what you want it to do, you might be missing out on a lot of things that it can do. And that's where going to official training can save some time. It's a fast track to success. I personally had help writing the first program, but then I never got a chance to go to an official Venus software training when I was on the client side of this. And I can confidently say it took me probably 3 or so years to run into all the steps and concepts that we go through in Venus Basic in about 3.5 days. Yeah, so if you've got time to go in and explore and you don't have anybody breathing down your neck to get the instrument up and running and start producing samples, then that might work for you. That said, if you're under a little bit more pressure, taking some time off of your actual programming projects in the lab, spending some time with us can equip you with the tools that you need to tackle those tasks in a far more efficient manner. Also, when you're working with a Hamilton trainer, this is our job. We do this full time. We specialize in being able to explain some of the complex features of the software. Sometimes they work with each other. Sometimes they can work against each other. And we have plenty of examples in our curriculum. So we'll go through things like multi-dispensing and power steps and single steps and how loops work. And even though it may not seem like what we're showing you as an example is directly applicable to what you want to do on the instrument, more often than not, it actually is when you start looking at things like fundamentals, which we'll talk about in a second. So having a Hamilton trainer there to be able to respond to you in real time, hey, I don't get this. All right, well, we'll answer your question. Does this work like that? Either yes or no. You have somebody right there to work with you and guide you through these examples and help adapt them to whatever you want to do with your instrument when you get back into the lab.